This is Mohsen. I'm going to present a lesson which is related to your unit once upon time, as it is written here. You can check on your textbook on page 17. On page 17, we have a text. We are going to read it together. Please follow with me. Gandhi, A Story of Life by Chadha, is a book about the life of Gandhi Mahatma, Sanskrit great soul, one of the most representative figures in the history of 20th century India. It begins with information about his life, like where he was born and how he studied law in London before settling in South Africa, where until 1914 he led the Indian community in opposition to racial discrimination. It also tells the story of how he returned to India to become the leader of the fight for his country's independence from the British. He organized hunger strikes and pacifist marches and campaigned for social reform. He also fought for religious tolerance and for an end to discrimination against the so-called untouchable caste. Today, his policy of non-violence has become a worldwide model of political protest. He was assassinated by a Hindu nationalist in the violence that followed the partition of British India and Pakistan. Gandhi, A Story of Life, tells a story of heroism and integrity in a style easily accessible to both the ordinary and the learned reader. Highly recommended. So this is the text which is written on the page 70 on your textbook. Now please follow with me the questions below the text. So we have question number 1, which is what type of book is advertised in the blurb above? Circle the right item, A, B, C, or D. Justify your answer. Now, we have 4 options to which one is related to this text, or which type of text is this. We have A, history book, B, a biography, C, short story, D, an autobiography. So we have to choose one of these 4 options. According to you, what is this type? What is the type of this text? So we have type number 1, type of the text. So we have history book. It is not. B, a biography. C, a short story or an autobiography. Yes, it is a biography. Why? Justification. So we have to justify our answer because it tells a story of life. It tells some details about the life of Gandhi or Gandhi's life. Yes, it is a biography. Good. Task number 2, fill in the blanks. So we have gaps below with information from the blurb. Title of the book. According to you and according to the text, what is the title of this book. Let's try to go back to the lesson, to the text on the same page. Gandhi. So we have a story of life. Yes, story of life. This is the title of the book. Let's write it down. The title of the book. Number 2. Title of the book. It is a story of life. Yes, next, the author. The author is the one who writes this book. Let's go back always to the text. So we have Y. Chada. By. So since we have the preposition by, it means this book is written by Y. Chada. Yes, the author. Number 3. The author is Y. Chada. Yes. 4 main events. 4 main events which are stated in this text or in this book. So let's try to find 4 main events in this text. Try to think and give me 4 main events. Let's try to be helped by handout. Yes. The title of the book, so we said a story, the author is Chada. Then we have 4 main events. Good. Number 1. Try to find it in the text. We have where he was born. Are speaking about Gandhi always. Number 2, how he studied law in England, in London. Next, we have another one. Number 3, settling in South Africa. And we have leading the Indian community in South Africa in opposition to racial discrimination. We have also how he returned to India to become the leader of the fight for his country's independence from the British. So we have many events that are stated in this book. We can just choose 4. Let's write down 4 events. Number 4. 4 events. Yes, we have number 1, where he was born. Number 2, we have how he returned to India, his country. Number 3, we have another one which is leading the Indian community in South Africa opposition to racial discrimination. discrimination. Yes. So we have these are three, and we have also another one, which is how he studied in England. How he studied in England. Of course, we have something to notify here, which is we have to order these 4 points chronologically, or according to the time which has happened, the first one, the second one, the third one. So we can say where he was born, of course this is the first one. The second one, how he studied in England, which is number 2. Then leading the Indian community in South Africa. Then we have how he returned to India, number 4. So each one has its place. Good. Now we move to the next, which is setting. The setting between brackets here, it is written on the same page, which is 70. We have time and place. What is the time and place of this biography, or of this story? Blur. Yes. So we have the setting. Are you thinking? Yes? The setting, we have time and place, we have early 90s, and we have India and South Africa. So we have 2 places, and early 90s. Early 90s, in the text here it is written 20th century. In the 20th century. Good. Let's try to... So, setting, place, and time. We have for time, we have early 90s. And place, we have India, of course, which is the country of Gandhi, India, and South Africa. Good. Now we move to the next, your reaction to the blurb. So what do you think about this blurb? What emotion do you have? Would you like to buy the book or not? And why? Of course, the answer is yours. You have to choose whether you can buy, you would like to buy it or not. If you want to buy it, yes, it is good for you to know some more information about Gandhi. If you don't, so you are free. Number 3, find in the text the words that are closest in meaning to the following. So we have A, starts, the synonym of the word starts, or the verb starts. So what do we have? You can find it in the text, synonyms. So we have starts. What is the synonym of starts in text? Then we have B, which is moving. We have C, this is A, C. We have racism. What is the synonym? C, D. D, we have division. What is the synonym of division? E, we have courage. synonym. Paragraph number 2. We have F. Discrimination. What is the synonym of? Sorry, I am sorry. We have a mistake here. It is not discrimination, but it is accessible, comprehensible. Comprehensible. Yes. Verb to start. Yes, it is in which paragraph? It is in the first paragraph, paragraph number 1. So it is, yes, it is begins. It is begins. So that's why the answers will all cover begins. Yes. Number 2, which is moving. Moving, to move, or to moving to. I move to that country, or I settle. Yes, settling to. Settling to. C. What we have in C, we have racism. Racism is to make difference, for example, between the black and the white. Racism. So what is the synonym of racism? Yes, it is racial. Yes, racial. Then we have division. Division. So we have to make something into parts. Division. The synonym is, yes, partitions. Yes. Partition or partitions as a plural. Next, we have courage. Courage, someone who is powerful. This is not the synonym, of course. It is written another synonym, which is, yes. Which word? I did not hear it well. Yes, it is heroism. Yes, heroism. And we have the word hero. Someone who is hero, like the hero of the film, for example. F, the last one, which is comprehensible. Comprehensible. Something which is comprehensible, very easy. You can get it easily. So what does it mean? It means it is the synonym is accessible. Yes, it is accessible. Let's write it. Accessible. Good. Now we move to the next activity, which is grammar. Now we are going to put the verbs between brackets into the past simple or the past continuous to get grammatically correct news story. Correct news stories. Yes, yesterday morning at 6:30 there we have verb to be an accident between a bicycle and a bus at junction between Colonel Amirosh Boulevard and Colonel Lotfi Street. It to rain, but visibility to verb to be good. The bus to travel up Colonel Amirosh Boulevard, and when the cyclist suddenly verb to emerge round the corner at Colonel Lotfi Street. Fortunately, neither the bus driver nor cyclist were to be injured. So, now we are going to put the verbs between brackets into the correct tense. Now, we have this short paragraph which is yesterday morning at 6:30 there to be, verb to be, we have to put it in the tense, in the correct tense. So what do we say? Since it is yesterday morning at 6. So it is the past simple or the past continuous. If it is the past simple, it means that the action finished. If it is the past continuous, means it was taken time. So, yesterday morning at 6:30. Is it the past simple or the past continuous? So it is the past simple. Yes, we say was. 6:30 was. There was an accident between a bicycle and a bus at a junction between Colonel Mirosh Boulevard and Colonel Lutfi Street. Now, it verb to rain. Verb to rain means the cloud or the sky rain. Is it an action that takes time or happens suddenly in one moment? Yes, it is an action that takes time, so it is was raining. Good. Next we have but visibly to be. So we have verb to be here. Visibly to be. Yes, it is one action, so it is past simple. It is was. Visibly was. Then we have good, so it is the adjective good. The bus, verb to travel. So, travel, the bus up Colonel Amirouche Boulevard. So, this one, to travel. When you are traveling or you want to travel or you are traveling, so is it an action that happens in one moment or it takes time? Yes, it takes time. So we say was traveling. The bus was traveling up Colonel Amirouche Boulevard when the cyclist suddenly means in one moment. Is it the past simple or the past continuous? Since it is suddenly, so it is the past simple. Yes, so verb to emerge. Emerged. The past simple. Round the corner at Colonel Lutfi Street. Fortunately, neither the bus driver nor the cyclist verb to be. So we have two here, not one subject. So we have two subjects. The past simple with verb to be, the auxiliary to be. So what do we say? Yes, it is were injured. Very good. So thank you. We have to write these cases on the. So we have grammar. Let's write grammar here. Then we have the first one is verb to be, auxiliary to be, was. Then we have it rain, verb to rain, was raining. The next verb, which is verb to be, it is the past simple, so was. Then we have to travel, to travel, was traveling, because it takes time. Then we have to emerge. To emerge. So we have to emerge, we have emerged. Emerged. The last one is verb to be were. because we have two subjects. Now we move to the next activity, which is number 4 on the page 71. So the task says use information in the table below to write the re-entry of 6 coherent complex sentences talking about your own desires. Good, we have I would like a car, I would like to live in a city, I would like to have a friend, I would like the book, I would like to meet someone, I would like to go back to the times. Then we have conjunctions. We have where, which, that, who, when, and whom. And we have the second part of the sentence. We have I can trust totally. You showed me yesterday. All the people are friendly. Is safe and energy saving. Tells the truth at all times. Life was so simple. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences with 6 sentences to link. Now let's start with the first one. Follow with me on the book. I would like a car. I would like a car. How can we link this sentence with the next one, and which one do you choose? I'd like a car. We can write it here, the first part. I would like a car. I would like a car. Yes, the car is something. It is not a man or an animate. So it is something which is inanimate. So we have to use which conjunction we use? Which. Yes. The second part of the sentence must be, yes, related to the car. Can we say, tell the truth? No, because it is not a human being. Life was so simple? No. So, is safe and energy saving? Maybe, yes. So we have to use this one, which is safe and energy saving. The second one, I would like to live in a city. I would like to live in a city. Since you would like to live in a city, so we are talking about what? Are we talking about, do you remember setting? Setting time and place. Yes, the place. Time and place. This one, is it time or place? It is place. I would like to live in a city. Do we say which? Do we say that? Do we say who? Do we say where? Yes, where. Since it is related to the place, yeah. Where? What is the second sentence that we can follow? All people are friendly. Yes, all people are friendly. Each one is friendly. I would like to live in a city where all people are friendly. Yes, the next one. I would like to have a friend. I'd like to have a friend. So, we are speaking about, are we speaking about people? Are we speaking about place? Time? Something? A human being? Yes. it is a human being, a person, man. I'd like to have a friend. So, what do we choose? Where, which, that, who, when, whom? Yes, it is a man. It is a man. So, who or whom? Yes? We have who and whom. I would like to have a friend. I would like to have a friend. I have. It means I am the subject. I am the doer of the action. This man is an object. Yes, he is the object. So we use whom. So we say, I would like to have a friend whom I can trust totally. Thank you. I would like to have a friend whom, yes, I trust, whom I can trust, sorry. I can trust. Good. Next. I would like the book. I would like the book. Then we have which one? Which one do we choose? Where, which, that. So it is something. It is something. It is not a person. It is not a human being. So it is something we use. So we have the option between that. Okay, we have that. So it is that. Yes. You showed me yesterday. I would like the book that. We are speaking about the book that you showed me yesterday. Yes. I would like the book that you showed me yesterday. Good. We have two sentences left. I would like to meet someone. Then we have the second part. We are going to discover it. I would like to meet someone. I would like to meet someone. The second part. So we have two sentences left. We have life was simple. Then we have tells the truth all the time. Which one do you think is the most appropriate one? So it is tells the truth all times. This second part, is it speaking about subject or object? Do you remember what we have seen last time? Last sentence? Before the last sentence, I can trust totally. So it is I am the subject, but here he is the subject. Tells the truth all the time. So we cannot use whom, but we use who. Yes, because he is the subject. I would like to meet someone who tells the truth all the time. I would like to meet someone who tells the truth all the time. Yes, the next one, the next sentence, so we have two sentences left with one conjunction. I would like to go back to the time. So we cannot use which, where, whom, that, who. So we have when life was simple. Yes, thank you. I would like to go back to the time we have when life was simple. Good, thank you very much.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو.